read a lot in other things, and I've studied other modalities, but quite frankly, there's nothing like EFT. And it's not my words. You will meet people, if you know anything about energy, they'll say, I've taken Reiki, I've taken emotion code, I've done this, I've done hypnosis, and then they say, well, EFT is the fastest, easiest, and most effective. Okay? So, it has become my mission in life. That's my mission right now. To spread this in knowledge. I've been doing that since 2010. And to teach it and to empower people with it. Right? And that's what I do. I have a program Empower Doing That. My intention today is to really tell you about this. But today I'm actually really going to concentrate more about how to succeed. Because you can use it to succeed. Because when we talk about it more, you'll understand. Because everything in our body and our mind, our thoughts actually have like a writing in our body. It's an energetic input. Assume it's like something written on your wall inside. So if you have some beliefs that it's going to be hard, let's say, then you're not going to really do it. You will go around in circles, زي اللي في الساقية, but you're not going to get very far. Because in your mind you think it's going to be hard. I'm going to play around with that today. So that's my intention today.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
If we talk about what you said is a very successful story, usually the Egyptian taboo when somebody is psychologically sick or psychopathic, we don't have the concept of going to the psychiatrist. They imagine that the Ismail Yassin movie with a thought in his head and whatever. So are you taking part of your healing by talking to the persons, and like the Chinese, you control the energy with the needles?
We're not using needles. I'm going to explain all that in a while, if you wait. But anyway, I really believe Egypt has come a long way. People now frankly say I'm seeing a therapist. You meet people everywhere, they say, I've been on drugs for 3 years, I've been on Prozac for 5 years. And this is very open about it. Even the lower level, they say, my son is nafsiyya ta'ban, I'm going to Santa. So things have changed since the 80s. Okay. So I had just told you about my intention. I want to know if anybody would like to share your intention. Why are you here today? Because we need to put the intention. Because there's a lot of studies about intention, actually. It's huge because it tells the mind what to do, and it actually moves the energy around the world. But if we just say from what we know from religion, so please put your intention today for whatever you're coming here for. Okay? My intention is to tell you about this. Okay, today's program is called Success is Mine. This is what I call it. I can do it. And the reason I call it that, because really success is yours. You can do it. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. At whatever level. They'll give to the woman who sells gargir or radishes on the street, she can do it. She can put them in packaging and do better. She can have 4 products and do better. If I work with her, I'll make her better. So we all can do it. There's no excuse. There's no, I'm not educated, I don't have English, I don't have French, I don't know math, I don't know how to do an Excel, I don't know. Okay? So we all have goals in life. Are you guys okay with that? I'm blocking you. Yeah. We all have goals in life. They might be financial, you want to make a certain amount of money. They might be a business, I want to have a business this size, from small to large to what. They might be in your career, you want to be a position. They might be in your relationships, you want to have a really good relationship with your husband or your children or your neighbors or just in the community. They might be in health, you want to really improve your health. We're always putting goals, and especially before the new year. We're always saying, the new year is coming up, we want to, this year I'm going to go exercise, this year I'm going to lose 10 pounds, this year I plan to really do well and learn English, and I don't know do what else. So, but what really happens, they don't happen. A lot of them don't happen, and year after year, you're like, you join the gym in the beginning of the year, they say within 3 weeks, this is statistics, people are not following up. Within 3 weeks, most of your goals you don't do. See, I'll read the Quran every day, I'll exercise in half an hour, I'll cook a good meal twice a week for my family, anything, your goals, usually within 3 weeks, you're starting like this. And a lot of things happen inside you. You get depressed, you get upset, you get into the guilt pattern. But more than that, forget about the psychological issue. You didn't get your goal. And year after year, and actually you can stay 20 years later saying, I had wanted to read that book. I had wanted to learn piano. I wanted to learn French. So now again, why don't they happen? I mean, you might have the will, you might have the skills, you might have all the support. Let's say your husband says, yes, you can go to the gym. Yes, pay for the gym. Yes, we let you off the time and go. Everything. That's the support, the money can. And you have the will. And the process is there. There's a gym really next to you. But it doesn't happen. Anything you have set to yourself to do. The books are right there, you have them. Like before you say, I don't have access, I don't have money to buy the book. Let's assume you have everything. And they still don't happen. And this is what we're going to talk about today. Because most of us don't recognize why they don't happen. We just know they don't happen. So it is fear of success. I'm not even going to talk about fear of failure. I just want to talk about fear of success. Because it is much, much, much stronger. And the reason I put that big what in red is because you're going to say, what? Of course not. Of course I want to be the manager of the department. Of course I want to weigh 70 kilos. She's crazy. Of course I want to exercise. But it is fear of success, actually. Let's think about it. When you really think about it, you will find there's something going on inside you that you don't want it to have to use that. Or else you would have done it. Because we just said you have the willpower, you have the skill, you have the tools, you have everything to let it happen. So why isn't it happening? That's the big question. Why isn't it happening? And we have a lot of fears of success. Some of them are since our primitive time, they're in our bodies, and some of them we are acquiring from our families and the community or the culture we're in. So what could those be like? The way to know is you ask yourself questions like, if I become such and such, then what will happen? And I actually want you to write that. I want each of you to think of one goal you want to do this year. And the question would be something like this. If I am now tomorrow 70 kilos, what will happen? Then what happens? Or if I am the manager of the department, wherever you're working. Or if tomorrow, somehow by some genie, my company earns, 3 million sales or 2 million sales, or whatever you're dreaming of, you're working every day planning to reach, then what will happen? Just the first thought that comes to you. If I get to that goal, what happens? If I get to that goal, what happens? If I reach it, whatever. And I want you to just answer that question first. What happens if you reach the goal? Then what? And I don't want you to think a lot, I just want to see the first reaction. Because that is the truth, that's the writing on your wall. That's what your mind is saying all the time and flashing, and we'll be discussing about it. Or the question could be for you, I can't do such and such because. Could be not that one, it could be the other one. It's also about success. So it could be, I can't reach such and such because I don't know enough people. I don't have the network. I'm not rich enough to start. You have to be rich to start. Whatever. I can't lose the weight because I'm over 50. No, everybody knows after 50 you can't lose weight. So it could be that. Yeah. Okay?
After 35, not 50.
30, after 20, after 10, I don't know. But none of that is a fact.
The set point is good.
So they're called limiting beliefs anyway. These are called limiting beliefs. Can everybody see? Limiting beliefs are things that are not really, really facts. They're not facts. There is a woman who's 70 who lost weight. There is a person who didn't have the connections and made a big business. So if there's one person that did it, then they're not a fact. They're not the sun comes out of the east and the sun does this. They're not 1 and 1 equals 2. Those are the facts. They're not how many hours it takes the earth to revolve or whatever. Those are facts. Those are not facts. They're just called limited beliefs. In Arabic, afkar and they limit you. And you believe them. They're called beliefs. You believe them and you settle. Everybody knows it's hard to make business in Egypt after the revolution. So you have an excuse. Everybody knows in Egypt, nobody believes in this energy stuff that you're doing in Iraq. You're not going to make a business out of it. Who's going to pay? You're crazy. Nobody has jobs. Okay. My business is thriving. So they're just afkar. That's what they are, beliefs that are not fact that affect your behavior. whether you know it or not. They're in the back of your mind, and in our work we call them, they're in your subconscious, as if they are a TV screen, and it is sending the message all day long. So you're sitting, working, writing the offer letter to the company you want